Alright, we're going to show you how to do all sorts of footprints with these twig roof opening basement storage bunkers. So we have a 2x2 right here where we can drop down and have our tons of storage, 8 large boxes. We have an egg base, obviously. Pop open 2 of those bad boys for 8 more boxes. You have a 2x1 which you could store 4 separate ones and you could divide them like this, like 2 1x1s. Pop them open on the side. You could do it on a 1x3 as well, just like that. And obviously you could do it on a little hexagon base like this, or a circle base, anything like that. And we're just going to go over all the different footprints and how to do them. It's going to be super nice and super easy. One thing to note, however, is due to the half walls, when you are at armored grade, it's a lot easier to tell what's going on with the bunker rather than leaving it stone. So I like to use these in a starter base rather than a base core, and then maybe go over to a different base or something, but have all the good loot in the basement on the starter base. I found Brutalist and Unskinned Stone is the least noticeable. When we do it HQM, it's very noticeable. But again, if you do a Brutalist and Unskinned Stone, it is not that noticeable. And if you do a brick, it covers it completely. It's super easy. You're going to start off with a low square surrounded by 3 half walls and a square floor with a triangle floor frame sticking off of that. And you're going to put a foundation through that triangle floor frame. You can put 2 low squares on each side and surround that with 3 high triangle foundations on each side of that. And then go ahead and just surround the back side with half walls. And then you can go ahead and just upgrade everything here, all stone grade of course. And then you will have your core with your 2 square basement bunker loot rooms. And again, do not upgrade this piece that you need to place the twig roof for. It's also super easy. You're just going to start with a single low triangle with 2 half walls and a triangle floor with a square floor frame, and sink that square foundation in it. You can do a low square. You notice you'll not be able to get that stability for the second one, so you need to do another triangle floor, the exact same thing, double half wall with the floor and the frame, then break that low square, put a high square in it, and at this point you can do a 2x1 or 2x2. So this will be the 2x2, and you can do honeycomb on one side and double squares low and surround one side that you want the opening with 2 high foundations, and one side that will not be the opening square with another low triangle foundation, 1 half wall on the outside, and a single triangle floor frame with another foundation sunk in that floor frame. And this is going to give stability to that 3rd square and then that 4th square. And then when we place 2 twig roofs, that 4th square will break, revealing the 2x1 of loot beneath. And then we will just be able to go ahead and add this other half wall here just to fill out the footprint and go ahead and upgrade everything. And of course, as soon as you place 2 of these, that 1 square opens. So you won't be able to do this normal 2x2 expansion like this. You will have to do a little odd, weird. Again, I like to do it all stone just for a starter base. When it's all stone, no one's going to know anyway. And we could do all this cool stuff inside of it, and no one's going to know there's basement loot beneath it. We need to keep these 2 sockets open to place those roofs. Super nice. Super easy. Alright, for a 1x3, you're going to start out with a low square, 3 low triangles. You're going to fan all internal walls in the 3 low triangles out. Upgrade all of those 3 triangles, and you're going to put floors on top of these triple triangles right here. You're going to extend a floor frame out. Demolish or shoot out the twig beneath it. Sink the foundation in the floor frame just like that. And on the second side of the square, you can do the same 3 squares, but you're only going to do 2 outside walls, and then you can do 2 triangle floors off of those outside walls, and a triangle floor frame in between. And then you're going to break the low twig foundation in the center and raise it up in between. So you have 2 raised foundations, 1 square, 1 triangle in between that whole mess. Then you're going to put 2 triangles and a square on each side, 3 triangles, sorry, on each side like this for your disappearing basement bunker loot rooms on the side. Upgrade the foundations just like that. And then you'll have these two floor breaking, twig roof opening, basement bunker, loot rooms for a nice 1x3. And this one, again, don't upgrade that socket right there. And this one is my favorite, is to build a little starter base like this. And then the loot's hidden in the floor, and I can go build a main base. 2x1 is super easy. You're just going to start out with a low triangle, 2 half walls, 2 low squares, and a low triangle, 2 half walls on the side of that. You're going to do 4 low triangles, on each side, and a raised triangle and raised squares on the outsides of those. Just fill out the 2x1 footprint. Is like a full expansion for an octagon. And then you will go ahead and cap the floors on the 2 half wall triangles, put 2 square floor frames in the center, place those low foundations with high ones, and then you'll have these floors coming off of the foundations, which again, after you go ahead and upgrade everything, you will be able to have 2 different opening sides that you can seal off as like 1x1s or anything like that. And again, you cannot place these 2 sockets here, so you do have to do some sort of weird 2x1 expansion specifically for a 2x1, which is kind of weird. You have to do something like this, which may be a unique weird base for someone not to raid, but it is a little weird. Alright, this one's the easiest. You just use a high square foundation. You can't start with the 1x1 with the door, and then you're going to do 2 low triangles, put 1 with a double half on triangle floor with a floor frame off of it, break the low, replace it with a high foundation, put a low triangle foundation there. You can do triangle foundation on the outside of this for like a hexagon all triangles base, or you can do it like shown here with a full circle base. Just go ahead and upgrade everything as shown. Again, use this for a circle base, all sorts of bases. You can use this for like a bunkered chute into a scuba base. You don't need the second half wall here. You just need the one on the bunker. You don't need this one. You could replace that with a high foundation, just like that. And again, go ahead and upgrade everything. You can make a crazy circle base. You do need the 1 section of low walls for the honeycomb behind the bunker seal, which is a little upkeep intensive, but again, just go ahead and you'll have your 1 single large barrel of rockets, and then you can just don't upgrade that bunker seal piece right there. And then you can go ahead and upgrade and make a giant clan base and have a single triangle. Put these in all sorts of foundations all along. Alright, additionally, one of my favorite usages of this bunker is in the water. You could start with the 1x1 like some Mikey Duck stuff and do it as a low triangle foundation here on a 1x1, break the low square, replace it with a triangle. And now when you go ahead and upgrade everything on your 1x1, you could have a bunkered scuba entrance right here. It's like a swim up entrance. Just like that, and you can make this like HQM early game. You can have a crazy water entrance. And obviously you would upgrade this again, super nice, super easy. The socket override, whatever this is called, bunker, and all these footprints, super easy.